following NBC Connecticut Kitchen Studio segment is sponsored by Kitchen Cabinet Outlet.
Welcome back to CT Live. We made our way to the kitchen, and it is National Stress Awareness Month, also National Alcohol Awareness Month. I'm joined now by registered dietitian Max Goldstein from Yale New Haven Health. It's so great to have you back. You guys always have great recipes.
Excellent to be here.
Yeah.
Also, it's sunny outside.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. It's the perfect weather where you're just thinking, like, I'm going to leave work today. I'm going to get a little drink, a little refreshment, but you're giving us mocktails, an alcohol-free option.
Yeah, I've got three today. We're going to see how quickly we can get through them. The first is a green tea frosty.
It's delicious.
Blended, kind of, again, a little bit of that like icy consistency. This is some coconut water that I steeped with a little bit of mint and a few green tea bags. Just like a cold steep in the refrigerator for a couple hours. Into a blender with some ice cubes.
Okay.
And you know what? Let's throw in like 1 or 2 extra sprigs of mint here.
Okay, nice and minty.
Yeah. Pop that on. I will say, you know, a high-power blender makes this nice. Let's see. And you could blend this more if you wanted to get those mint leaves a little smaller. I don't actually mind the consistency.
Okay. All right, you get cranking on our Bellini because I need some peach Bellini in my
this is, I think, my favorite of the three. The last one's pretty good as well. Peach Bellini, so that would typically be topped with, you know, it's kind of like an Aperol Spritz, or maybe we top it with something a little bubbly, some Prosecco. We're going to top it off here with a little bit of sparkling apple cider. So at the base, though, got some frozen raspberries in here, can of peaches.
Love it.
But I'm dumping that whole can in there. This is going to make a couple drinks here. It's going to kind of look very thick, and so that's why we're going to top it with the that sparkling apple cider. So get this blending. So what I'm going to do is fill this about halfway. This, to me, it always feels fancy in like a mason jar. This is, again, it's the epitome of summer, right?
Yes.
And then top that off. If you want to do the honors of pouring to your heart's content there.
Ready?
And even though there's no mint in here, you know, we're going to get a little bit of that diversity of flavors.
Yeah.
And just like kind of floating on the side, a little mint leaf there.
And you never know there's no alcohol in that. That's the coolest part
about it. It's beautiful, right?
Yep.
We're really in it for the flavors of the fresh fruit, right? We're trying to really just make a drink that, again, feels kind of decadent without necessarily having to put alcohol in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Last
Proud favorite, our espresso martini.
Espresso martini. It's girls' night, right? We're having an espresso martini.
Good.
We got a couple things in here. This is just some brewed espresso.
Perfect.
And you notice I have just instant espresso sitting there. A little bit of half and half in here. If you wanted to, you could do fat-free, half and half. A little bit of simple syrup. A little bit of vanilla extract.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. And then I like a little pinch of salt in mine. You don't have to put it, but I think it really helps with those flavors.
I didn't see that coming.
You pop your lid on here. I'm going to do this over my shoulder. I hope it doesn't sound too crazy on the microphone. And now if I had a martini glass at home, we would have been doing that. But I actually like it in the little coupe like this. And just pour it out into there.
Delicious.
Yeah, absolutely. And go, if you want, go right up to the rim.
Perfect.
There. And what I did is took just a little bit of that simple syrup and a little bit of cocoa powder
on
the rim there.
Oh,
right? To get that sort of rimmed texture on there.
This
absolutely.
Is how you celebrate National Stress
Awareness Month.
And alcohol awareness. We're doing it responsibly. Got some mocktails. We got Max Goldstein from Yale New Haven Kitchen. Thank you so much for helping
very
us,
welcome.
you know, do this responsibly.
Absolutely. Enjoy.
All right, CT Live will be back right after this. I got to get to this drink.